Hey, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I just want to show you a quick and simple way to make some graveyard inspired bases for any of your miniatures, Warhammer, Malifaux, anything like that. The first thing we're going to do is use some lollipop sticks to make the tombstones. And what I'm going to do is take the lollipop stick and just carve into the top of it just to make it look sort of old, worn, beaten. And then just with the tip of like a blade or an X-Acto knife, sort of carve in sort of like a crack that you would see, like, like a cartoon gravestones always have them cracks running through them. If you just carve some in, when you actually paint it, it will show through with the detail. Then just work out how tall you want to go with them and then just cut them off. I made a couple. One I cut straight, the other one I cut at an angle. Then we're just going to position the miniature on the base and just glue the tombstones in place where you want them, just to not obstruct the miniature that's going on. Then we're going to take some PVA glue and spread it all over the rest of the base. I'm using wood glue because I find it sticks a bit better, but use whatever you prefer. And then once that's dry, we're going to put it in some sharp sand. I basically took some, dried it out, and it's got all different grains, from small grains to bigger stones, that makes great miniature sort of scale for dirt, sand, rocks. It works perfect. Then all I did, the super glue I use is really thin, so all I did was just drop it over all the sand just to lock it in place so the big rocks won't move anywhere. It's all dry. Prime the base white and then start off by using dark wood army paint or speed paint and go all over sort of the ground surface. If you can see any of the rocks that are on the ground, just go round them. If you get a little bit on them, it won't matter, as it will add to the effect. Next, take some Gravelord Grey and paint over all the tombstones and any of the rocks that you went round with the dark wood speed paint. But with the tombstones, give them quite a heavy sort of wash so we get a bit more of sort of the dark pigment build up on them. We're going to use some algae green and we're going to go over any of the cracks that are in the tombstone and along the top, anywhere that the water would build up and it would run down, causing the algae to grow. Just the front and the backs of the tombstones, and then also a few on the rocks that are around on the ground. And just I took this green and just went a bit around the soil as well, just to give it that sort of mouldy, muddy look. The last thing to do on the base is just take a couple of tufts. I've got these black ones that I'm using, and just put a couple around. Again, just double check that it doesn't impede the miniature going on the base. There you have the finished base. All that's left to do is just paint the rim black so it's all nice and clean. And there you go, a simple, quick and easy graveyard inspired base for your miniatures. Your miniatures on the base and they're ready for the gaming table. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as I always say, enjoy your painting and keep it simple.